Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. We've just finished off in a previous video the MFA functionality. What we're going to do in this video is just spend a bit of time doing some tidy up. I really want to get Claude in a better place so that it kind of stops getting confused. So what we're going to do though is just, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, you can go over to my channel. I'm literally recording every step of the way of building a new startup. At the moment, we don't know what I'm building in terms of the application, but every application requires user authentication. So that's where we've been focusing our efforts. What we've done so far is we've got the ability to register a user, we've got the ability to log in a user, we've got the ability to verify user registration via email, we've got our forgot password functionality, and we've also got the ability for a user to add and verify with MFA, multi-factor authentication, using email. Associated with that, we've got an automated CI process, and we have written just tests for all of the original functionality, although that tests now break because I haven't been keeping up to date. So we do have to get back to that eventually. But for now, what I want to do is focus on tidying up our code base. So we'll just close these tabs. And if you've been following along, you'll know that we're using largely Claude, actually. I mean, I do have a ChatGPT account, but Claude's been working really well for me. And Claude has this new capability where you can create a project and then define a project knowledge bank, really, where we had all of the functionality in, well, we're cut and pasting all of the files and putting them here so Claude was aware of them. Just going to move my mic. I had it on the floor. Apologies if there was a bit of a noise there. Okay, so we do have the ability to add some more context here. We've been adding a lot of files, so we're going to have to do that. But at the moment, the application is getting a little bit messy. What we have is, my preference is to have folders such as registration, where we have all of the functionality associated with the registration functionality. So like the routes first, the controller, the services, and the tests. We also created these overview files a little while ago where Claude helped kind of provide an overview of the functionality. But then as we asked Claude to do more things, it started just putting things in generic route files, generic services files, generic controller files, which is making things a little bit more messy for me. So this might not be the most exciting part of the video, but we're going to refactor some of this code. And I think what we really need to do is, first of all, have like a central folder. Can't remember if we go to my GitHub. So this was my previous startup that I was working on, and in our server we had this components folder, and then in the components folder we had all of the capabilities. So I might follow that similar structure here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create, not in services. Oh man, I hate how it does that. I just want to create it at the global level. You kind of have to like click off components. And then within the components, we're going to start off by dragging in our registration. And this is going to break a whole heap of stuff because we're moving files. So cool, we got components, registration, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close a bunch of these windows. So many. All right. Now, what I want to do is then drag in our services, no, not our services, sorry, our login. So drag that into components, move that. Now, this is the kind of structure that I want to do. So also what I'm going to do is, this is overview.md, so I'm going to change this to login.overview, just so if we have multiple tabs open, we'll be able to see what we're looking at. Same thing with registration, so let's rename this, registration.overview. Then I'm also just, I should have kept GitHub open. I really like the folder structure that I had for my previous startup, and I just want to check one more thing. So if we go into server, components, let's go into authentication. Yeah, so this is the format that we provided, authentication.controller.routes.services. So we're going to do the same in terms of the naming convention. And also, none of this was capitalized. I know it's a small thing, but I'm a little bit OCD like that, so we're going to go, whoop, why did I do that? Login. This is going to break stuff, I'm sure. Registration. All right, and then we need to add in some of our new functionality. So in our components, we're going to have demonstration, we're going to have MFA. And then in MFA, we need to bring in our MFA controller. And we need to bring in our MFA service. And we don't have a separate... Why are these crossed out? Untracked. That's weird. Okay, we don't have a separate MFA route. So we might fix that a little bit later on. So what is required? What's wrong here? Login.controller. Shouldn't be broken. So we're going to then change the naming convention here. So we're going to call this MFA.controller. Rename this to MFA.service. All right. Then we need a separate folder for our email verification. We can just drag in. So remove that. We'll rename this to email-verification. Again, just my OCD. And then within this, we're going to keep that. We've got .controller.routes.services, so that's fine. I don't know, why is this still not happy? .login controller. Literally. I changed the capitalization and it's annoyed. Not too sure. Why is that annoyed? Anyway, we'll get back to that. All right, then we have our password reset functionality. So we'll go password reset. I know some people might put all of this under like authentication or something. I don't like doing that. I don't know why. It's just me. Services, password reset. And then, don't think we had separate, yeah we did, so password reset routes. Okay, and then we're going to rename these files. I think as well, if we look at, yeah, I did this kind of casing, so lowercase, then uppercase, rename. Okay, and we'll just update these. Okay, so we've got our password reset. Then in controllers, we've got nothing left. Our middleware stays the same. We still have these services, so account deletion service, email reminder service, scheduler service. So this is more like a common scheduler service. This is for email verification reminders. But they are a little bit more generic. Okay, this is... I was just wondering if it's more of a like a common service that we're going to keep and reuse for other things, but for the moment it isn't. So this is more on the email verification. But you could also make an argument that sits under registration. Oh dear, email verification reminder dash dot service.js. Account deletion service. And then in utils, email service. Alright, let's leave that for a second. Come back to that. We've got a login overview, MFA. Okay, we need overviews for those. Then what I want to do is just check something's crashed. we better start fixing these up, otherwise we're going to have a whole host of issues. So routes, this is just changed to registration, this is just changed to login, this is changed to this is changed to components dash components dash email dash verification. Save. Why it's not happy again? Schedule services. Actually, this is up one level. Oh no, that's a reminder service. My bad. That hasn't moved. I don't know why these registration dash controller. That is correct. I'm really confused. Okay. Anyway, we'll still fix these up just as we kind of go. What I want to do though is create a doc where we describe the functionality of our folder structure to just wondering how we do this. It's almost like better off just as like a Word doc or something. So we'll just explain the folder structure for our Node.js application should follow the following pattern. So slash components dot slash components. Don't know how to signify within that, but anyway, log.controller.js. Registration. And then we'll just do one more. Password reset. And then we'll have middleware, and we'll put in here auth.js, authorize.js, error, middleware, JS, rate.js, monetize.js, and then models. So we'll call company.js, company.test.js, user.js, user.test.js, routes, index.js, .utils, error. Okay, and we'll go .env, .app, God, dyslexic. Okay, I should really, it doesn't make, don't have a dot there. Okay, I'm hoping that this helps Claude understand our folder structure a bit more. What we need to do though is figure out what we're doing with these services. For now, I'll just keep them there in case we use them for more things. So I am going to have a services folder in our instructions here under routes. So dot services. I'll just put here, this is for common services, not services associated with. Oh, no, I'll just look. Okay. So we'll have our account deletion service, email reminder service, schedule. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what I want to do is, I want to understand more about our logger functionality as well. So I just wanted to look at this. So Winston is what we're using. Because we only have a certain number of tokens every day with... I've already logged in. Why is it asking? Give me a minute. Just need to log in. I'm old school. I have a book with some passwords in it. Yes, I should use a password app, but the password app I used got compromised at one point, and now I've decided to go old school. So I probably shouldn't share this, but anyway. Okay, I can say I am not familiar with Winston. Can you please provide me with an overview of its functionality? We currently use Winston in a utility logger throughout our Interesting. So that's interesting. So you can define where the logs are sent, obviously to the console, to databases, to remote services. So, if we look at our, we are using Morgan. So to say we are using Morgan here. What would you recommend? Interesting. So if we look at our use Morgan only in non-production environments, so that's what we're currently doing. Whereas it's saying, sorry, use Morgan only in non-production environments is what we're doing. And then we're saying if it is in production, you can stream the errors to Winston. Okay. What are the advantages of this approach? Interesting. So I've never done that before. What I think we might do just quickly though is fix up some of these errors, because otherwise things are going to get out of control. So in our registration service, we need to go up 2 levels now, I think. Models, yeah, so up 2 levels. And then it's going to keep breaking over and over again. So in email verification service, so email verification, these are all up 2 levels. Middleware, it's up another level. Service, we've got our user, which is up 2 levels now. Up 2 levels. Send email is up 2 levels. This is up 2 levels. These are all up 2 levels. Login controller, that's fine. That's our overview. Routes, MFA. So we've got, this is going to be MFA controller. No, sorry, this is going to be MFA dot controller. Middleware up 2 levels. 2 levels. Alright, and then login service. This is going to be up 1 level to MFA, and this will be MFA dot service. All right, this is going to be just and if you don't know, I'm just holding control, and then you can click on multiple lines and type at the same time. Password reset. So password reset service. Okay, we already did that. Middleware. Models, utils. Okay. Registration. Middleware. Cool. That is looking better. Utils, error types in registration service. Oh, yeah. Registration controller. App error. Missed that one. And this one. Okay, we're back to working, so all of our files are importing correctly. I don't know why these are still showing as red. It's really bugging me. It is. Now it's gone. Damn. Registration controller. Registration controller. I'm not sure. Figure that out later when we do the tests. Alright, so what we want to do now is come back to ChatGPT. And I think we implement this change. I'm not too familiar with it, but what we will do is we'll just quickly git add, git commit, and updated folder structure and file names, and then ChatGPT. So we're going to update this. In our app.js. Save that. Then, yeah, I don't know too much about, like, I understand what it's doing, but I'm not really across how we might leverage that better. Login test, why? File name differs from an already included file. Maybe it's because we had this commented out. It's commented out there. Like, that's bizarre. Registration controller. That functionality obviously won't work now because we're not calling our controller. The file name. Registration routes. What? This doesn't make sense to me at all. So the top line there is saying /components/ registration with a capital R, which we changed. The file is already in the program because so it's imported somewhere in our tests. Registration routes, but then it references that registration const login controller equals require we've got another issue. What do I? Where am I missing? Just gonna say. Let's just look at what this is saying first. Okay. This is confusing me. It's always got the lowercase r. I've got no idea how to fix this because I'm not noticing what the problem is. Where's Claude gone? Let's just ask. How do I? Let's go to our registration routes. Yeah. Clear build cache. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll do that. The file names are correct. Running nodemon on dev. Interesting. So let's look at the actual file structure. No. Yeah, what the? This is bizarre. Control C, cancel. How to describe. I thought I did that. So sorry, I just asked AI to tell me where I was missing the bracket, so I just don't waste time. Come on. I added it at the end. Yeah, copy it. I seriously don't know why it's saying. That import is wrong. Am I going crazy? Anyway, I think we leave that for a second. Where's my Claude? Alright, so we're going to go here. We're going to delete all of these. I'm going to add content, upload. Oh, you can add text content. Explain to me how I want my folders structured. Cool. So it understands that. That's great. Don't need that chat anymore. What I also want to do is I want to ensure that we have consistent error handling, and I know that we were running into some issues with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add content first, upload from device. I'm going to add our error handling functionality first. So if I go into let's just add our app DB. Let's add all of the standard files first. So we'll just add those. Then I'm going to upload again from device. I'm going to go into utils. I'm going to add logger, error utils, error type, app error. And then I'm going to also add from our middleware, validate request, sanitize, rate limit, error middleware. I'll just add everything actually from the middleware file for a second. Content upload from device. Okay. Logs, controllers, config. Okay. Explain to me, given error handling functionality we have built, explain to me the best practice for our error handling. Please provide a detailed response. Okay. Okay. This is what I want to ensure we do all the time. So if I go back here and let's just add text, we'll say error handling instructions. Whenever writing code that requires error handling, please ensure you are always leveraging the robust error handling functionality we have created. I don't know if I need to be more prescriptive than this. Add content. Can I edit this? No, you can only delete it. If I asked you to write code, we had an error based on user inputted data, what error handling process would you use? For example, say we require the user to enter. Let's just see what it says for that. This is what I want to make sure it does all the time, like these type of errors. Service layer, logging, doing that. Okay, so I'll say here, where you have a conflict error, how do I ensure that you use this approach? Just not going to give the right answer. What error type is this, and how is this functionality utilized? if we go to our register user service at the moment, we are using conflict error. Okay, good. How do I ensure that when I ask you to write code, that you always use this error handling approach where appropriate? In a Claude project, is there a specific instruction I could upload so that you don't forget to do this? When generating code for this project, the following error handling patterns must be always used. Okay. Does this approach follow? Okay. Yeah, so this is where it was going off script before. Like it keeps. So if we just go up here, so our current approach, which we'd already asked it to add Express.js 5 error handling. There's a video that I did on that. But because it forgets, it goes back to this approach of using a try catch block. Whereas with Express.js 5, it natively handles promises, so we can simplify our error handling from this to this approach. And then if we, does it give us, where's like a suppose, middleware. Yeah, here's an example. So this is what I was looking for. So in our register user, we currently have, sorry, conflict error. Oh, hang on. So if I bring over register controller and we go to register, well, we don't have a register user. Anyway, it's slightly different, but our register functionality has this try catch block, which is what we spent a whole heap of time taking out previously, and now as we've been like handling bugs and fixing issues, Claude's forgotten. It's gone back to like what it knows best, which is an Express.js 5 obviously, and it bugged everything up. So what we're going to say is, yes, can you please update the error handling instructions document to reflect these changes. Please provide a lot of detail so you don't forget to use this error handling approach wherever relevant. Okay, so we can download this, and we are going to then go back here, and we're going to add content, upload from device, downloads, and we'll upload that as an instruction, and then we can delete our own instructions there. And then I'm going to wrap the video here. I've got to get off to work and start my day, and then we'll come back to this a little bit later on. We will get we'll upload the rest of our files, and then we're going to ask Claude to review everything, update all of our error handling again. Then once we've done that, we're going to go through and get Claude to add some new markdown files explaining how we're doing things in our project again. So we've got that capability. And then after that, we might either move on to testing, or we might, we've done that. We've got to ask about that actually. We've done that. We'll then move on to some other functionality, I think, after that. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. And yeah, comment down below if you have any questions. Okay, I'm back. This video is a continuation on. It'll be appended. I'm wearing something different, but it is still the same day. So we have been uploading our new files to Claude, and then we ask Claude to kind of review our best practice for error handling. I'm going to do the same thing and ask it to look at how we're currently using Logger. In order to do that, though, I think I do need to upload some of the additional files, because so far we've only uploaded a handful of them, not all of them. So I'm going to go, and I think we've done our middleware. Let's go to our reminder config, and then we'll go into our components. We'll do registration. We'll go password reset. We'll go MFA. We'll go login, and then we will also go email verification. All right. So then what I want to ask you is something similar to what we did for the error handling. Can you please review our code and advise me on how we are using our logger functionality with Winston, and if we are currently following best practice. So to see what it says. All right. Okay, so recommended log levels in their use cases, missing context, many logs lack essential context. Missing log rotation. Don't know what that means. Lack of request correlation. Okay, performance monitoring. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what a huge amount of this means, but that's really useful information to know. Implement log rotation. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to copy this chat. We're going to add this as some functionality that we might want to add. So we're going to go to review logger functionality and update based on this chat. And we will leave that there for now. Okay, fantastic. So back here to our project files, we had this one on error handling. It gave us a huge amount of insight in terms of how we should be using Express 5 error handling, which is not currently being leveraged across our application. As you'll see, there is some points that do relate to the logging, so I want to make sure that we're doing those. So I'm going to tell Claude I have uploaded all of our existing files to your project knowledge base. Can you please review all of our current code and update where we need to make a change to make sure and update where we need to change our error handling to use Express 5's native promise handling, standardized error classes, a consistent error response, proper logging, security best practices, and environment aware error details as per the Express 5 error handling requirements and best practices document you generated for me. All right. Okay, so it's just got it all in one file. So we're just going to have to go through this and update. This confuses me a little bit, like show more specific examples. Does it mean, yeah, see, it's saying example. I didn't just want examples. I want you to show me everywhere this needs to be changed and what the change should be. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's now going through and adding all of the changes. So why does it do that? It comes to continue with. All right, so we'll go through this and then we'll ask it to continue with all of the remaining ones. So we're going to go into our app.js file. I'll leave this on the screen and then I'll cut and paste over, but I'll talk you through all the changes I'm doing. So in app.js, route, Centize, Morgan, rate limit, helmet, cause, express, no changes there. No changes to this, middleware, no changes, cause, no changes. Helmet, no changes. Where's helmet here? App.express, cause, actually, not cause, app.use. Use Morgan, routes, health check. Okay, so the health check got updated. The 404 error handler got updated. Alright, then we go to our error handling middleware. Okay, so we've got validation, unauthorized, forbidden, not found, conflict, they're all the same. Error middleware. Yep. So adding this. Logger, const. Changing this. Add validation error if errors if present. If error. Okay. I'm going to update all of that. This is a little bit different. Quite a bit different. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. Alrighty, then in auth.js, we've got JWT, unauthorized error, logger, auth header, ref.headers to authorization, auth header, throw, unauthorized error, yep, check token expiration, dot floor, it's all the same, logger, why is it? old Claude. Okay. Does this leverage Express.js 5 best practices? Yeah. So, see, this isn't in a try-catch block, whereas, that's my video I'm uploading. Claude still put this in a try-catch block. In the updated code for auth.js, why did you still use a try-catch block? Shouldn't we just pass the error to next? Why are you not following instructions to use Express.js 5 and our error handling best practices? Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just take them over there. Can you now please re-go through all of our code and make sure you use this approach when updating our error handling? You need to review all the files. Like, I want you to be quicker than me writing this stuff from scratch. And okay, app.js. Let's go back to that. So where's the try catch here? There is no try catch here now. App.js. Right, health check is simplified. It's the same in our handler 404. Right, then in handler. So it hasn't put this in this error handler. It hasn't put it in our error middleware. It's gotten a mistake and kept it in app.js. Obviously, we're not going to put it in there. That code, though, is all the same. So then in db.js, we've got to update this. Then in simplified startup, so start server, update that, and we can also update this line of code. Alrighty, registration controller. Registration service. It's quite a long piece of code, that. Verification email result. Okay, yep. Okay, what's wrong here? Argument handler must be a function. Registration routes. Okay, we'll come back to that. We're getting an error. Login controller might be updated somewhere else. Let's keep going though. Okay, login service. Authenticate user. Save that. Alright, part 2. Alright, email verification controller. We're getting a bunch of errors. Password reset. Validate request. Sanitize. Sanitize middleware. That's all the same. Scheduler service. Where's scheduler service? Services, scheduler service. Okay. Save that. Const job. Where's job? Are there any other changes? Password reset. Can you please review I just noticed a bit of an issue with the scheduler service, so I'm asking it to update that. We'll go through these other changes here. So in password reset.service, generate reset token. If that's exactly the same, token, await, that's exactly the same, return, that's fine. MFA controller. So we've got toggle MFA, this is an error, different error approach, update that. Toggle MFA. So no, like, I guess we're handling the error in the service. Okay, MFA.service, toggle MFA. Save, send email in email service. Okay, so we've got quite a few try-catch blocks here. Send email, test. Transporter, send email. So that. Okay, account deletion service. Schedule account delete. That's not in the account deletion service file. Middleware, right, limiter. Middleware, limiter. Authorize. Alright, user.js. Sorry, this is taking a while. Pre-scheme, schema.pre. This is hashing our password. And then we've got index.js, router.use. Okay. Save that. Okay. Then scroll a bit further down and look at this scheduler service again. Alrighty, so schedule reminders. Schedule the service, schedule reminders, send reminder email. It's getting mixed up. This is not our services, scheduler service. So this is currently our scheduler service. Send reminder email, schedule reminders. It's just gotten completely confused. This is the email file, or it's put all in one. Here it is. Schedule reminders. So it's put in the email at the top, rather than in a separate file. So if, okay, so just update that bit. It should still then work. Schedule first reminder. Where's schedule job though? Schedule reminders, schedule job. Yep. Schedule first reminder. Reminder, deletion job. Cancel scheduled jobs. Check scheduled jobs. Reschedule reminders. This was our scheduler service file, and you update this one. Maybe I forgot to upload it to the project files, and it's updating an older version because it was slightly different. So I've just asked it to do it again. Alright, so it's got rid of our try catch blocks. Final reminder, yep. Cancel scheduled jobs. Reschedule reminders, check. Okay, cool. That's what we need. Copy, paste that. Save. Now we are getting some errors, so we're just going to ask what's going on here. We have done all of the changes. We now get these errors. Okay, what did we do wrong? Export as a function. So registration controller. Oh, yeah. So just so you can see, it was creating it as a const rather than exports.register. Register controller. Okay, save that, and then in our, I didn't change our routes, so that should be fine. And then in login, dot, and we've got an extra. Actually, this file also wasn't updated to use Express. booze. Okay. Still getting an error. Route registration. So routes. Don't get what the issue is. Register. His email. In our index file. Registration routes. Okay, that didn't help. The error. The argument handler must be a function. Let's just go. Okay, somewhere in registration routes.js. Line 8, which is router.post, you're passing a non-function as a handler. Okay. That makes a bit more sense because here they're extracting the validation is an array, which it is. Save. Still has an issue with it. Validation request. Validate request. Okay. This is meant to be another exports dot validate request. And then is that, oh man, why is it saying it's still an issue? This is annoying. Login routes now. With the way we're approaching it, I think. So login controller, we've done all that. Why does it want us to do this? Why? why are you, it might be a reason, why are you telling me to define all handlers as named functions? Okay. Syntax error, identifier login service has already been declared. Oh, that's my mistake. Still get the same error. Right, this is the error we get. Nothing's ever easy. Login.routes. Login controller. Copy. Still get the same error. Okay, email verification routes, which we didn't change. But anyway. Now we get this error. Oh my gosh. Let's verify the control X. Oh. No, it's changed. Oh, it did. It got rid of the exports .verify email. This is really quite annoying. So it's got like no context. It just forgets what it's doing a lot of the time, which is really annoying. I thought by adding the kind of the additional project files that we might have some success, but yeah, it's just really not happy with anything that we do. It hasn't even gotten rid of all of the try catch blocks still. In the index.js file, express registration, login, email verification, router, express.router. I've even done this wrong. This is our index.js file. Okay. Oh my gosh. Still getting error. Now we get this error, which is going to be in our password reset routes. And that might be because we changed the exports in the password reset. Okay, it was an issue in password reset.controller. Which I've fixed. Okay, so that was a real pain. Took way longer than it should have. There's still try catch blocks. everywhere. Man. We've got to go through this one by one. Alright, so refactor this to use our Express.js5 error handling approach. 40 minutes. Copy. All right. Login controller. Try. No try catch. No try catch. Try. Yes, there's a try catch in here. And update this. Save. FA controller. No try catch. Try. One try catch. Do the same for this. Alright, reset. We also have a try catch. Do the same for this. We'll get there eventually. Okay. No try catches. No try catches. No try catches. No try catches. No. Nope. No, that's our tests. No try catch. No try catch. No try catch. No try catch. They're our models, so they're all fine. No try catch. Deletion service. No try catch. No try catch. Okay. Okay, update. Cool. It's done the same thing again. It's gotten rid of like the exports dot and just, oh no, create test account. That's how we had it before. Interesting. Sorry, my mistake. Copy. Alright. Error utils, logger, all basically done. Okay, fantastic. That took, again, way longer than expected. What we're going to do is we're going to jump back to our project. We're going to have to update all these files, but I do just want to ask it, based on the files you see in your project knowledge, how long would you estimate writing all of this code would have taken a competent developer? I'm interested to see what it says. Okay, so yeah, 2.5 to 3 weeks for a competent developer who's familiar with all of this stuff. We've got, again, let's just saving previous stuff. We've got 6 videos. This will be the 7th video. Just go to my videos. Studio. Videos, content. So like just as a comparison, let's go 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Let's round that up, 4 hours, 5 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, right? Roughly. So 10 hours to write what AI is saying 12 to 16 working days. Even if we're generous and say that someone can work twice as fast at 6 days. So we've done it in like 1.5 as to what AI is saying would take 6 days. So that's pretty impressive. All right, what we need to do though is we need to delete all of our files again, which is a real pain in the ass. Delete. Then let's try and make sure we get all of these files. So server, package, we've got jest, we've got ESLint, DB, app. Yeah, ignore, drag those. Utils, tests, services, routes, models. Middleware, controllers, I think, config, components, login, MFA, password reset, registration. Okay. Cool. I want you to review all of our existing code and advise what, if any, areas you feel could be implemented in a more reusable and modular approach, specifically for code maintainability, reuse ability, and scalability. Please highlight where we could extract this code and make a reusable service, util, middleware, function, etc. All right. Currently, response formatting is scattered across controls. We should create a unified response handler. Don't we have? Token service. Okay. Database transaction wrapper. literal middleware. Wow, there's quite a lot. So I'm going to cover that right this second. We are going to go here and we are going to code reusability ideas. Paste that there. Whoa. I meant to copy URL. All right. Paste. We might wrap this video here. I know it wasn't. A, it took a lot longer than I thought. B, it didn't obviously add much to the code, if anything, but trying to keep with that approach of creating a very robust structure. So we're just going to commit this, git add. Alrighty, we'll stop this video and then we're going to try and go back to our tests.